Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it does not get any better than that. Inter 2, Milan 0, and the Derby della Madonnina, the first one of the season, goes the way of the ragazzi. Forza Inter worldwide. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit the subscribe and share to all your Inter fans around the world. We are the ones that are celebrating today, but to be honest, I was nervous. Because we were the so much better prepared side, and it showed big time here tonight. From the start of the match, there was only one team that looked invigorated, and it was us. And I was really going to start to rue those missed opportunities. When Danilo D'Ambrosio smashes the upright, I thought he had a very poor first half, to be honest, contrary to what a couple of my boys think. But I think he grew into the game really well. I thought our midfield was really good. Brozovic and Barella were really good today. They had to accommodate for Stefano Sensi being pretty severely marked out of this game by Kessier, and that's okay. I hope you guys are enjoying some bushland, you know? Just some casual bushland on a Sunday morning. Oh man, all this energy, all this newfound energy. Big shout out to the Inter Club Sydney. Sorry I couldn't be there, but man, that would have been going off this morning as well. And why wouldn't it be? Siamo noi. It's such a good feeling. And now we are 4 wins from 4, 12 points from 12. But it's not about the standing. It's not even about the points. It's about the ragazzi and the form and the grit and the fight and the way that we took it to Milan today in the first half. In the second half, we were even better. So we'll just run through the boys and how they went individually, and then talk about some of the outstanding players. So first of all, Handanovic, another good game. Not too much to do because Milan are shit. Not too many shots to save because Milan are uncreative. And yeah, just basically didn't have too much to do. In terms of our defenders, Milan Skriniar had a boss game, and he needed to have that game because he's been a tiny bit shaky. But fuck me, was he good today. He was an absolute staunch. De Vrij, more defensive today. Like very good man marking from De Vrij today. Wasn't made to bring the ball up at all, or just not as much today, but that's because Diego Godin. How old's this guy again? 33, they tell me. 34, turning 34. Couldn't pick it for me, man. Could not pick it at all. He takes the ball in a few lunges forward, and all of a sudden he's gone from the 18-yard box to almost halfway. Forza Diego Godin, masterstroke there, a la Beppe Marotta. And you know what? As long as he's fit, he'll start. And he'll start heaps of games this year. Moving up now to the wing backs. I actually thought Asamoah was pretty good on the ball. Made a few good runs, cutting in and out, but his link up on the short ball back to Sensi or back to Brozovic was a little bit tougher today, which is to be expected. At the end of the day, it's a derby, so he didn't have that freedom to just kind of flaunt himself forward in his stride as he did against Lecce, or even as he did, I think it was against Udinese or Cagliari. I can't remember the other game that he started, but I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy with Asamoah, and I'm happy with Danilo D'Ambrosio in the second half. But let's be honest for a second. In that position where your attacking attributes have to basically be go to the byline and cross or cut back in and create, I don't think he does either very well. I think Candreva's a lot better than that. Unlucky to Candreva for not getting his goal at the end, but you know he was brought on for some fresh legs, and the subs from Conte were perfect. Into the middle of the ground, Sensi, as I said, man marked out of the game. We'll do some player ratings for you soon, but I'd probably give him a 6. 6.5 maybe. Barella would get a 7 from me, or a 7.5. I thought Barella was fantastic. His physical presence, his driving forward passes. I've said this from the start. It's going to be the biggest blessing in disguise. His vision to be able to pick out a pass and how our wing backs alternate from switching up from attack, from defense to attack. It's like a match made in heaven, and it's good that Conte has kept the faith in Barella, because Barella can be a perfect player in Conte's system, and he will be. Don't worry. Brozovic, couple of bad games from him. Boss game from him today. Turned up really well. Like when he takes his time and he's graceful on the ball and he's got a time to pick out his pass and think about his movements, Brozovic is still one of the best midfielders in Serie A. So he had a really good game today as well. Lukaku, after a very quiet first half, started to run and create some great movement off the ball in the second half. Once there was one play where he gets the ball on the left-hand side and he's able to take on a man and cut back in. The cross was poor, but when you have a guy of that physicality, that pace, and that stature running at you directly close with your back at goal, it's very intimidating, and that's what we're going to need to see more of. He gets his goal as well with a great header. That's a trademark Lukaku header. And we know he's playing with a bit of a back injury. Go figure. If you love what's on the front of your shirt, you might just put in that little bit of extra effort. Lautaro Martinez, again, said this before, off the ball very good today, makes great movements, gets himself in fantastic positions. He's probably the best dribbler on the team, like technically, like in terms of like samba, jogger, bonito, whatever you want to call that Latin style of play, but it's a lot harder to perfect in a league like Serie A where the defenders are literally right up your culo. So he'll grow into that a bit more, but he's going to need a goal or two soon in order to get that confidence back. Subs, not long enough to make an impact for me. Politano, very good, hit the crossbar again. We seem to be living on the post this season, but it's going right for us more often than it's not. And here we sit on a Sunday at 6:30 in the morning, a little bit tired, but you won't be able to tell with my attitude because Milano and Nerazzurro, we have just owned the Derby again. I think that's 6 in a row in Serie A where where Milan haven't won. Milan have scored 2 goals in 4 games. We're already ahead by 6 points. All the Milanisti fans will go back into their cave for the next 15, 16 weeks because that's what they do when they lose a derby. They pretend that they don't follow any team for a while until they get themselves back up there because they're a bunch of cowards. But anyway, we'll let the cowards coward on and we'll just continue in this amazing season and hope that it continues on. So all optimistic here from Anthony and from Inter Worldwide. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao ragazzi.